finishing up these boxes by putting some drawer pulls on them and then oiling them with some tung oil. So that's what we're doing tonight. And thanks for coming back to hang out. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, and then we also have these ones. So we have a bunch. We have a bunch to do tonight. Gonna cut some drawer pulls, get that all sorted, and then get them glued on, and then come back through and put the finish on all of them. Yeah. So let's get started then, dude. I think this would look like a good, that might be a good color for a drawer pull, huh? On this one. Or we could do, we could cut little slices out of this. Alright guys, so I got a bunch of these ready to go here. Oh, I forgot to point you guys at the bandsaw. Anyway, a bunch of drawer pulls. I am going to sand these down a little bit. And make sure to wipe these off. What I'm going to do for this one is put the wood glue over here, and then I can just kind of dip get the drawer pull in it a little bit. And that one, we'll set this one over here. Yo, welcome to the channel, guys. We are finishing up these bandsaw boxes here by putting the drawer pulls on. And then once these are dried, we're going to finish these with oil. Wait a second, I can just do this. Let's see if this works. Kind of works. Man, I'm getting a cramp in my hand here. Old guy problems, maybe. We're going to take a look at how we want this one in there. I better fix that right now or it's gonna bother me, I think, dude. Just kind of shaping down these drawer pulls. What's happening here? Launched our drawer pull. There it is. Go. Well, let's get that looking a little nicer. Go. That'll be our little drawer pull. That's not flat enough. Put it back. I'm gonna cut a square one off this real quick. There we go, got a couple of square ones. I feel like this one wants a square one. Check out how the grain sweeps through that one, guys. Got this natural fissure right here that I think adds to the character of this one. Nice deep drawer there. fantastic grain all the way around on this one. I'm gonna try to grain match. I'm gonna try to grain match this one with the drawer pull, dude. Guess we'll see how it does. What's up to everybody tuning in? Welcome to the shop. Just hanging out here on a, I don't know what it is, Wednesday night. I feel like that looks better like that. Yeah. To anyone that's never been here before, this is kind of what I've been doing, is just streaming from the shop while I make stuff. I have to make 30 of these boxes in about 10 days. Or maybe even a little less now. So, no pressure, dude. But definitely got to get this done. While working a full-time job, yeah. feel like we've successfully grain matched the drawer pull to the drawer. So that's cool. And for this beautiful piece of burl, I think we're going to do, I think we should do another, maybe another piece of obsidian on this one. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, maybe this one should get a piece of obsidian. Let's see what we're working with here. Got some obsidian right here. Just gonna crush this on the ground real quick. I gotta find a better way to be doing that obsidian. I'm getting little obsidian chunks everywhere, dude, and that shit is dangerous. Ooh, that's a nice piece. Not really doing much to the obsidian, dude. Maybe some 50 grit might be better for this stuff, dude. Thought I had some 50 grit out over here already. Let's see what this shit does. I'm just trying to get this piece as flat as I can so there's as much surface area as possible. And then it's going to be the drawer pull for this guy. So this one will have this little volcanic glass to open it. Yeah, we'll keep going. I feel like that's pretty good. Let me grab some CA glue. What happened? And so there's that one. That one will be ready for oil in just a little bit. I guess I could use a piece of cardboard for this, but I got these right here. Let's see what these do. Now for my favorite part, dude. We are going to oil these up. Starting with this little guy. Just gonna brush give him a little quick brush off. I guess we should take this drawer out. Bottom of this came out looking super dope too. Look at that, dude. Oh, what up, Tim? Welcome back, dude. Good to see you. We're putting some tung oil on these boxes. I got 9 of these to oil up. How you been doing, Tim? I mean, it's not unpleasant. It's not like, it doesn't make me hungry or nothing, but it's not like it's bad. I'd say it's pretty neutral. Dude, this drawer came out. Look at the figure on this wood. What, dude? A little piece of burl from the walnut, I think. Oh, Tim, you missed the one yesterday. I don't think you were here yesterday, but oiled up a just an amazing madrone burl one of these, and I decided I'm not going to sell that one. I'm just going to keep it. I might display it at the show or whatever, but I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to put a price tag on it. That's crazy, dude. Well, at least they're keeping you in work, dude. And unfortunately, that's pretty commonplace these days. You can see some of this bird's eye down here. Pretty cool. I can tell when it's going to be like a nice piece of wood, man, but still, every time oiling, it always surprises me with some extra stuff I didn't know was in there, you know? Look at that crazy effect. Getting a lot of glare. I decided today that I'm going to get a spindle sander, dude. That'll make this all a little bit faster going. Also, I should probably get some better cloths for this, dude. More bird's eye effect on this one. Right up through there. Tim, it's starting to feel like I might be able to make the objective of having 30 of these done by the 6th. This one's got a pine. It's walnut with a pine drawer pull to kind of contrast, you know. Just another abstract shape, you know. I like to do those shapes that don't really make sense. This was a contender for one of my favorites. See how it turns out. I think it's going to be good. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Oh my gosh. I knew it. I knew this. What? I knew this one was going to be awesome. Wait till you see this, dude. Crazy. Dude, this piece of wood was so nice that, like, even the inside of the drawer is hella sick. I guess we can't see with the lighting, but yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. This one I used a walnut drawer pull. I was trying to get it to match. All right, dude, let's check this guy out. Oh, wait a second, I got a little more. All right, you're reading my mind now, Tim, because I literally said that was a walnut drawer pull, and then looked over and you had asked what kind was a drawer pull. That's crazy, buddy. Great minds think alike. Anyways. Very stoked with this one, dude. You got these three check marks in the wood here that go from that face to that face. I love it, dude. Love it. Now time for this odd one. My army of strange and odd and beautiful little boxes grows, dude. Let me grab this. Tim, I'm going to grab one to show you here. So this is the Madrone Burl one. We finished yesterday with the obsidian drawer pull, dude, that I decided that I'm not going to sell that one. This one I'm keeping, buddy. It's just too badass. Yo, Sean, what's up? But yeah, this one was kind of, yeah, man, it's kind of like exactly how I pictured it when I was getting the wood. I was just like, I wanted to make something like this, and it came out super nice, dude, with the checking that goes through the drawer. Just makes this thing look ancient, dude. Ancient. So I don't think I can sell that one, man. I really like it, and I think I'll bring it with me to the show, and I'll just like put a little not for sale sign near it or whatever, and then just kind of keep it. But I definitely want to show it off. Thank you, sir. Yeah, dude, I'm really excited about that piece, dude. Like, when I completed it, it almost was like, I almost couldn't believe that I made that one, you know? So I think my skills are improving. I do have some more chunks of that Madrone burl to work with, and I have one that we're going to oil tonight that's completed. I am going to have to sell the Madrone ones for more than the walnut ones, just because it costs more for the wood. It's much rarer wood, I guess. Yo, I saw a YouTube live the other day, and it was just like a guy installing flooring. And I ended up watching it for hella long, dude. It was just a YouTube live of a guy installing flooring, and I just watched it for hella long. No, it was a white dude, a little bit younger, you know, probably in his 20s, 30s, just installing flooring, and you know, it wasn't anything fancy, dude. No fancy setup. Just had his camera going, and was YouTube living himself, just installing flooring, dude, and I just watched it. I guess maybe there's something about that, watching people do stuff. Yo, tell him to live stream when he's putting in floors, man. People will watch. I wasn't sure people were gonna want to watch me make stuff in my little shop here, but you know, people come through and hang out. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Here's the strange little potbelly shape. And I like streaming these little sessions in here too, man. It just feels like I got people hanging out in here. Which is cool. Was that on the last one? Oh yeah. I think there might be. Oh, check this one out. Tim, I grain matched the pull, dude. Anyways, I was pretty excited about that. I forgot to brush this off. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, Sean, I'm always like super excited at this point, dude, because I love the grain too. It's just like, I mean, it's like, you know, it's going to be a nice piece of wood, and then you hit it with the oil, and it's magic. You know, that walnut is just fantastic. Looking like a tiger. So I think tomorrow night I'm going to go ahead and cut out some more shapes. I might glue these two big pieces of walnut I have together so I can do a bigger, like, I have an idea for a big old shape I want to do. I don't know, man. I kind of like to look at the wood, dude, and try to picture what it wants to do, sort of, if that makes sense, without sounding too hippy dippy, dude. But it usually ends up cool, like with this drawer, you know. Yeah, you gotta let it talk to you. That's why I like the guy I get the walnut from, because he lets me just kind of like wander around his shop and like pick the piece out that's talking to me, you know, that, yeah. And then you just gotta gotta get out of the way and let the wood tell its own little tale. It's kind of hard to find like good wood, man. I'm looking all over like Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking all over Craigslist. You know, I'm Googling. I'm checking all over, and it's like I'm trying to like find stuff locally. You know, that where the trees came from around here. And like half an hour north of me, there's like a large area that has a lot of walnut trees. So that's where this stuff comes from. All this walnut. I didn't think about how I'm going to get my fingers down in there to oil this drawer, dude. Oh, they can reach. Yeah. Yeah, dude, you know, I've whittled a couple things in my time, and they've all been like walking sticks. I tried to do like a human head one time, and it didn't come out super good, but yeah, whittling is definitely something I'd like to get more into. I definitely will watch dudes whittle on YouTube and I wish I could do it at that level. That's a whole nother woodworking. There's like so many different little skill sets in woodworking, dude. Yeah, Sean, there's a couple dudes that make like some pretty insane stuff. If you're in like the Facebook group for bandsaw boxes, there's a dude that does like, I want to say his name's like Jason something, dude. And this guy will have like his boxes will have like crazy gnarly trees like carved out coming out of the top and stuff, dude. Jason, what was that guy's name? Maybe I'll remember it. Dude makes some insane boxes though. There's this one. All right, stop wiping it, buddy. I got like kind of a little table off camera here where I'm putting some of these. Time for this weird little shape. That last one, the big square one, or this one? Tim, you talking about this guy? Or are you talking about the square one we just did? I think. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's a cool box, dude. Might be time to retire this paper towel here. Yeah, I'm experimenting with these weird shapes, and we'll see if people like them, you know, at the show. I think with that one, you have that big face on that drawer, and it's just a big chunk, and it really, you know, really shows off the grain of that wood. Buddy, get in there. There we go. I do have a couple decent sized chunks of walnut left. I was kind of hoarding walnut for a little while, going and seeing the walnut guy when I could. So I got a little bit to work with here. I think I'll have enough between the walnut and the madrone burl chunks. I think I'll have enough to get these all completed for the show. Dude, that is so. Yeah, I love that. I think that's what we're going to name this one, Tim. We're going to call this the mouth box. You've named it. I'm wondering if I should have a window cracked when I'm using this stuff. Yeah, I should definitely have a window cracked. That is for sure, dude. Hold on a second. It says it right there. There's bad stuff in that. That's not pure tongue oil. It's like tongue oil finish or whatever. So that's some other stuff added to it. I got the window open now. Yeah. Yeah, I was like starting to feel a little weird. All right, we can set this one out to dry. Yeah, I got the window open now. Ooh. Now on to this one. The bird box. Wasn't that the name of the movie where you like people couldn't open their eyes or whatever, and Sandra Bullock? Yo, check this grain swirl on the back of this. What, dude? This is a busy little piece of wood right here. To anybody who's never joined me here before, I try to do this every night around 7 p.m. on the weeknights and maybe a couple hours earlier on the weekends. Just come in here after work and make stuff. Right now I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. I got to make 30 of these boxes by the 6th. of December is the goal. Then after that, I'm going to make this. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it. I just know that the person wants a shelf that reminds them of the mountains and looks like the mountains is my instructions that I have. So I was thinking about using some live edge walnut as kind of like the mountains. You know what I'm saying? You'll see, guys. But that'll be in a couple of weeks. Yeah, so that's actually like an idea that I had, Tim, was I have like this nice, I have this nice chunk over here. It's got some good figure in it that I was just gonna like cut off and just make simple, you know, some simple square boxes out of this guy. And then I have another piece that's got even more insane grain than that. That I was going to also try to make some mini boxes off of this. But I was also thinking about cutting and gluing this together and getting a nice big piece and going from there on that. Look at that. Very cool. Like that would be a cool front of the box with this figured stuff on the side. For one of the shelves, here we can take a little detour here. So for one of the shelves, I was going to use this piece of the madrone burl, and probably use it to display this crazy thing. And this is just going to be for the display. I'll leave this like super raw, you know, so you can kind of see where it came from. That was my thought about that. For my shelves for the show, I have these boxes that I was making to make planners, but what I'm thinking is I can put a backing on these simple boxes, and then maybe one more shelf, and then I can actually transport them to the show in there, and then flip it up and set them up. I don't know. That's one of the things I was thinking about. Ooh, this one was on my top list of boxes out of this batch that I really liked, and I'll show you why. Because you know I like that weathered look, you know, so this one absolutely has that with these checks. And then we have this one that comes clean through the box. We have this corner like that, dude. This one, I love this one, dude. It's like not exactly a square, you know what I'm saying? This is one of my faves. I'm excited to see it in the oil. Is it this one? Yeah, I knew this one was gonna be sick too, dude. Oh yeah, dude. So yeah, I always got my eyes peeled out there on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and wherever, looking as I'm driving around, just trying to find that good piece of wood. I'm up here in Northern California, Cobb Mountains, so dude, look at the figure in that. So cool, dude. Oops, that was a little much, dude. Might have fucking overdone it on that one. Pardon the language. Gnarly looking one, dude. All right, and that brings us to this madrone one, dude. Another madrone burl with a walnut, or excuse me, with a obsidian drawer pull. With that crazy checking there. That. I love that look, dude. absolutely love it, and I have a feeling that this one is going to be another one of those super badass ones. Holy smokes. No way, dude. No way, buddy. This is crazy, dude. No way, dude. All right, I'm making a big gnarly mess with this one. But it's okay. Yeah, this Sean, this is some did I say Sean? Yeah, Sean again. This is some madrone burl that I found somebody was selling on Facebook Marketplace. So I went out there last weekend and got a little chunk of it. And I'm glad I did. They're probably sold out of it by now. They didn't have a whole bunch left, but supposedly this was like this is what they told me. This was part of a giant burl that they dug up out of Willits, California. And it was like supposedly this like super gnarly burl that took them like 5 days to dig this out. That's crazy, dude. Look at that. That's crazy, buddy. This might have to be another one of those ones that I don't sell. It's my precious. This wood is incredible, dude. You know what? I might hit them up this weekend and see if they have any of this left, but I don't think they will, dude. I think it's got to have been sold by then. Let's get these little parts right here. There we go. I'm super glad I decided to just like highlight the like cracks and crevices and stuff in this burl wood, dude, because it's making these pieces come out just epic. Like epic, dude. This goes like that. Still kind of wet, but that's insane. That is just insane, dude. There's the bottom, has some beautiful grain as well. The top is crazy, dude. It looks like it's like fire or something. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that show with just a bunch of boxes that say "not for sale" on them. And people are gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" That's a next level box, dude. Oh, you know what? I should actually let that drink for a while. Just let that drink and then wipe it down. Oh, that's all the boxes, dudes. That's all the boxes. How long was that? That was an hour and a half. So I do have some big chunks, like this big chunk of burl. I'm gonna do something with that. I'm still brainstorming. I really like the like dark spots on that. This is probably gonna be a large box with this crack like coming down into it, dude. And I might even leave this up there, like leave that out and have this crack just coming through the drawer. That would be awesome, dude. Maybe square it up in the back. Yeah, this piece is gonna be sick, dude. Couple other cool pieces of that burl. Tim, I didn't realize you're on the coast. Thanks for stopping by again, homie. It's good to see you. And you know, I should probably hit the rack too. Get up early, start cooking. Well, yeah, guys, thanks everybody for stopping by, and Sean hanging out, Tim hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. I'll be back in here tomorrow night unless, you know, I can't get the family out of here early. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Oh yeah, one more time with this thing. All right, my friends, have a good night.